Hello, my faithful, loyal minions. It is me, Mr. OnesieBanette, back at it with yet another week of the MBC Pokemon Draft League. Last week, we played off against the old enemy, Mr. Shroomraver, in a very, very tense game. And if you haven't seen that one, go and check it out before you start watching this one, because I'm about to spoil the ending of it in a moment. But before we have a look at this week's matchup, let's take a look at the table after the first round of games. In 3, 2, 1... We're down in 9th after losing our first match. Not great. Darkrai did get 2 kills and get off the board quite nicely, but on the whole, losing your week 1 is not what you want to happen really, is it? It's not very good. There are some pretty strong contenders for this league on our side of the draft. Vepsis looks very good after his first week of games. Shroom, of course, beat us in his first week. And Fist, with the crappy team name I'm not going to say, is also off to a very good start. So, after 1 week of games, it's looking like it's going to be a very, very tough league. But we need to get ourselves back on track with a big win. And our opponent for this week, Mr. AsterJ, also got off to a win on their first week of games. So, let's take a look at Aster's team quickly and find out what we're up against this week. Ouch. He has a Ogerpon, he has a Deoxys-Speed, he has an Iron Bundle, he has a Hawlucha, he has all sorts of nasty things, a Garchomp for God's sake. There is threat after threat after threat after threat, things that push my poop in time and time again. That was a really weird way of saying it. But yes, all sorts of nasty offensive threats. Iron Bundle puts out so much pressure against me. Deoxys-Speed outspeeds everything I have except for the most speedy of Choice Scarf Darkrai's. Garchomp is a Garchomp, it just hurts. An Earthquake, I basically have one switch into on the entire team, and that's Serena, because I'm not going to want to switch in a Cryogonal to a physical attacker like Garchomp. Ogerpon, of course, if that thing gets sets up, it's absolutely insane. It starts putting out crazy damage, and it can even start to heal itself with Horn Leech. Hawlucha, I won a league with that thing as an offensive, finisher, so I know what that can do. And there are even some lower tier mons that have caused me pain recently, like Muck, which Ellie used to just really mess me around, Avalugg, which I've used quite successfully in the past, Rotom, which is pretty decent for a low tier ghost type, and of course Tera Ogerpon, which is pretty cool. But on the whole, I'm going to have to play this one very, very carefully. Otherwise, there are quite a few snowball threats here that could go out of control very, very quickly. So, let's take a look at the 6 Pokemon I'm bringing to this game this week, shall we? Our first Pokemon that's going to be coming here this week is going to be Cryogonal. Left wing Cope. The snowflakes are crying. The right wing king of the snowflakes is here. And it's going with a very generic Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Recover, Rapid Spin set with heavy duty boots to avoid Stealth Rock from what's likely to be a Serena coming, and just enough HP to survive 2 Choice Specs Hydro Pumps from an Iron Bundle. Enough speed to outspeed Garchomp, and the rest just dump it into special attack because Cryogonal kinda hurts here. If Tinkaton and Iron Bundle basically go down, Ice Beam is the freest attack on my team. And Cryogonal with Tera Ice, if I decide to go for that Tera Ice here, can put out a very, very big amount of damage. So it looked like it was going to be a very good bring here, and hopefully it can do the job I need it to do. Next up we have Luca, the Serena, who's going to have a very important job this week, and it's basically going to have to try and check Garchomp and Ogerpon. Now, it has Triple Axle, which is a very good move for it in this situation, because it can one-shot Garchomp, taking a lot of rough skin damage in the process, but it can also do a lot of damage to an Ogerpon, about 60% minimum, and in some forms of Ogerpon, it can get the KO. I need to be careful of Jirachi Berry on those two, but on the whole, Luca can switch into basically any form of Ogerpon as long as it's not U-turning around and take minimal damage, heal itself back up with Citrus Berry and Synthesis, use Knockoff to get rid of nasty items like Rocky Helmet on Garchomp, get rid of a potential Jirachi Berry on the Ogerpon if it switches in, a potential Citrus or leftovers on the Tinkaton. There are a lot of good items that may need to go here, and U-turn just to pivot around if needed. So Serena's got a very important job, and Luca needs to do it here. Luca needs to do a very, very big job, otherwise I will just lose. Next up, we have our other Tera captain, Mr. Harambussy the Annihilate. I still hate saying that. It's got Citrus Berry for its item to give itself a nice little bit of healing if needed, allowing it to take a couple of unexpected hits. Adamant Nature with full special defense investment, meaning I get the most bang for my buck numerical, because if you're giving 10% of a 115 attack stat, you're gaining more stats in total than you are if you go for a careful nature, and this gave me the best of both worlds, allowing me to take hits from Iron Bundle, allowing me to take one non-psycho boost hit from Deoxys. I can live a Psychic, and if I Tera Ghost, I can take anything from that thing. It does take a surprising hit from a +2 Ogerpon if needed, and it allows me to go Tera Ghost and deal with Hawlucha if I really need to. Bulking up here seems quite free, and if Garchomp is the offensive scale shot set, it's going to get me to a base 300 power Rage Fist very quickly. So hopefully I can switch it on a scale shot, or force it to go for scale shot against me, and then I can just go crazy with Rage Fist. So yeah, it looked like it was a good set this week, and hopefully it's going to put out a lot of work. Fourth member is going to be Mr. Iron Hussy, or should I say Miss Iron Hussy? I don't know. The Iron Hussy, who I've had to bring a little bit differently this week. Whenever I've brought Iron Hands in the past, I've usually gone for the Adamant Max Attack, Max Special Defense variant with an Assault Vest, because then you get bulk on both sides and you can put out a lot of damage, allowing you to go 1-for-1 with basically anything on the opponent's team. This week I've had to do it slightly differently. I've had to bring physical defense so that I can take a hit from the Garchomp and take a hit from a +2 Play Rough from Ogerpon, because that thing hurts. It is a big problem. If I do not deal with it, I will lose. Tera Ogerpon is one of the most broken Pokemon in the format. People say it should never be allowed in any draft league, and I'm having to go up against it here, and if I'm not careful, it will win. No questions asked, I need to deal with it. So having this defense investment gives me enough bulk to take some hits from it after it's set up and punish it back with Ice Punch, because I still hit really hard with Ice Punch. The Assault Vest allows me to take hits from Iron Bundle and take hits from Deoxys fairly well. Anything other than like a Life Orb Psycho boost, I should live quite handsomely and do massive damage back with Supercell. And Ice Punch is just for Garchomp and Ogerpon and Hawlucha. Those three die to it basically. So yeah, Iron Hands needs to stand in the way of a lot here. I just wonder if it has enough to do that. It's going to be very rough to find out. Next up, we have Colussi, the Colossal. That still feels horrible to say. We're going with a Focus Sash Rocks lead this week because my opponent has an Iron Bundle. I need to get Rocks up. It's that simple. Find out whether it's Heavy Duty Boots. If I get a knockoff onto it, it's starting to take 25% damage. It can't come in for free constantly. And yeah, I can burn something with Will-O-Wisp, or I can do massive damage with Max Special Attack, Flamethrower, and Power Gem. All I want it to get Rocks up. If it gets Rocks and a burn on something, it's exceeded my expectations. I need Rocks here. That's the end of it. Rocks look fantastic here because Deoxys, Ogerpon, Hawlucha, Tinkaton, they're all taking a little bit of chip from it. And while leftovers might negate that from Tinkaton, if I can knock them off, it's still taking chip that it can't get back. So it's got a job. Hopefully it can do it. Simple as. And for what I think is the best member of the team here, the most important one that's going to try and win the game for me, we're going with a Choice Scarf Adamant Jirachi with Meteor Mash, Iron Head, U-Turn, Healing Wish. This thing, there is only one steel resistance on my opponent's team, and that is a Rotom, which is taking 30% minimum, and that's if it's fully defensive. So if Rotom is down to about 50%, it's no longer a switch-in. If Rotom is down to about 60%, it's no longer a switch-in. If Rotom is at about 70%, it switches in and I get the boost, it's no longer a switch-in. And with Choice Scarf, I can just go crazy with this thing. It outspeeds everything except for the Deoxys and except for a +1 Terrid Ogerpon. So if Ogerpon Terras, I don't outspeed it, but everything else is going to basically get chomped down to absolute size by this thing. And if I'm using Rocks here as well, in conjunction with Rocks, Rotom switching into my Jirachi is going to be taking around 42% minimum. That is very, very good. I can chunk this and use this as a wall breaker and a late game cleaner if needed. Healing Wish can heal something like Annihilate back down to size, just in case I can see a future where I get a bulk up win or a Rage Fist win, or I can do the same with Iron Hands if I think that thing's bulky enough to survive until the end game. There's a couple of different options here that I can go for, but I thought that Jirachi provided just enough utility to really make it worth it. Healing Wish into Annihilate, Healing Wish into Iron Hands looks fantastic. Jirachi has a very, very big part to play here, and I'm hoping that Hanabi can do it. She's a star, she's amazing. Can she put the work in? Yes, she can. Let's find out. That's basically going to be the team for this week. It's looking like a very rough matchup. AsterJ's team is crazy, very offensive, and I've had to try and basically build my team with breakers and scrappers that can take hits and dish them back out so that I don't immediately lose to setup threats. Can we survive the onslaught and get the W this week? We really need one. Can we do it? It's time to find out. Welcome to week 2, bitches. Okay, we are here for week 2 of MBC. I have no idea how this one's going to go. This is going to be a very, very tough match. AsterJ's team is very scary with like all of the threats you could possibly imagine. And I can see he's brought basically everything I was worried about, including that Rotom, which looks to be a massive problem. But we have a little bit of a game plan here. Colusy has to lead off. It's the designated lead. Tinkaton was always going to be a problem. Scarf Jirachi looks very good. I just need to make sure I can get rid of that freaking Rotom. It's literally the only thing that resists Steel on his entire team. His Tera is Grass on Ogre. I don't have a ground type. Maybe I should have put the Zen Headbutt on my Jirachi just so I can hit the Rotom. This means it's pretty much going to be just false switching around for free. Yeah, alright, so I think this is probably going to be the plan. I'm locked, I'm ready. This is going to be scary. Oh man, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens! Ah, I'm so scared. This is going to be a very hyper-offensive battle. It's going to be a case of who can break the other one first. I could see some form of Screens Rotom coming as well, which would be very nasty for some sort of a setup Ogre or setup Garchomp. Bundles the lead. Alright. Let's go, Colusy! If that's the case, click in Stealth Rock. Yep, turn on me. Burn, that'd be nice. Yeah, okay, that's nice. A little bit of chip. A little bit of chip off the rip. Imagine if I clicked Willow here, I could get 2 burns in turn 1. I feel like rocks are probably more important for me here. That didn't look specs. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's a freaking... Oh, where's the nicknames? Where's the nicknames, you nonce? Imagine if I'd pegged that thing. Right there. Alright, go Luca. I did bring Luca as a designated switch to this thing. I know I'm going to take a bunch of hits from the rough skin if I triple axle this thing, but I need to. It's the only thing I can think of to even try and hit this thing. Spikes. Alright, fam! Alright, dickhead! Right, I just want to hit this. Wait, no, if it's spiking... If it's spiking this... Axel's fine here, right? Axel's fine here. Yeah, Axel's probably fine here, but I'm thinking, is it worth me just clicking knockoff on the odd chance that it goes into, like, Tink, and then I get to get rid of a really annoying item and then click U-turn? I am spec, so that tells me this is probably tank. Yeah, it's tank job. Oh, Dragon Tail miss. Ugh, that's not nice. Right, I'm clicking Axel into this now. I'm taking the damage. Getting rid of this is very, very nice. Very, very nice. If he'll let me have it. Although, no nicknames. You've already lost points with me for no nicknames.
fuck all. Second one, come on. I'll take my Citrusy. Give me that big Citrusy. And we hit all three. Garchomp's down. Serena gets the kill. Nice. Basically negated this thing's ability now to, well, negated the ogre's ability to finish me from here, I think. I'm not sure, gang. I'm not sure. It's not a 6-0. Not a 6-0 against the hyper-offensive team. Alright, bundles in. I'm going into Hawlucha. Let this thing go. Let the Hawlucha go down. See what it clicked anyway. Oh. That looks potentially specs to me. Crit, okay. Hey, chip damage. We love a bit of Willow chip. Alright. It's annoying because I feel like you can just click ice. Oh no, it's heavy duty boots. Of course it's boots. Yeah, it's boots. Easiest boots of its life. I mean, it didn't take the stealth rock damage from turn 1, so it's gotta be. Right? Okay. Quite frankly, Colossal's kind of done its job there. Got up a spike. Did what it needed to do. I'm curious, how much speed must that Garchomp have had if I outsped it? That's kind of wild. That is really wild, in fact. Like, why did that thing... That must have been just, like, full tank chomp. Full-ass tank chomp right there. That's a Rotom. He's going to take some nasty, nasty little bits right there. Right, I'm going into left wing cope. I'm going to hit something. Right. Problem is, I can click the freeze dry here, but Tinkaton's probably coming in on me, right? Tinkaton is probably gonna be the switcher. So, why don't I just click Ice Beam here, right? There's no point in me clicking the freeze dry. And if I click the Ice Beam, I then get to go out for free into something else. So Rotom goes away. Yeah, Tinkaton. Take rocks and Ice Beam. You can't do this all game. You just can't. It's not gonna happen. You cannot do it all game. Alright, that's for death. Nah. Okay. What's left is 2. Oh, I feel bad about that. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm rapid spinning. I'm spinning in front of it. I'm taking advantage. I didn't take advantage properly in my last game of a miss. I'm sorry. The evil arc is here. Okay? I'm a bad guy. I'm an arsehole. But I'm trying to take advantage, and getting rid of these spikes could be crucial here. Cruciale. I'm sorry though. Cryogonal just does this though. It's just a fan of doing this. Quite frankly, it could thaw immediately and smash me in the face. And if it does that, I guess I deserve it. You know, I froze it. And I deserve it. But a free spin on this ain't the worst thing in the world. There we go. See? All is right with the world? I don't fucking know! What was that? What was the point? I'm gonna go Harem Bussy. Because there's a hit coming here. I don't know what that hit is, but it's coming. Right? So it's bulky sword stance. So now I've got a Tera. Tera click Rage Fist. I almost went Tera Fire on this thing. Was very close to. Didn't feel confident. There's no way it clicks knockoff here, right? Oh, okay. So my Rage Fist should kill this 9 times out of 10 from here. Like, this is Tera boosted, base 100 power Rage Fist. That doesn't kill! What is this thing? Stupid mob. I'm going Hanabi. And I'm just clicking Meteor Mash. Or am I? I am very happy, by the way, because I didn't see that Deoxys-Speed in the team preview. That makes me incredibly happy. Let's go ahead. Big. Alright. Okay. I've got to click Meteor Mash here. At least I think I do. I think I've got to click Meteor Mash here. On the incoming Rotom. That goes down. We get the attack raise. Pretty nice. What's coming to revenge me? It's got to be the Rotom, right? That player off was very fortunate. Kind of hacks in my way through this. Yep, Rotom. Stealth Rock. I'm assuming this is a Fizz Def Rotom. It has to be. Like, it just has to be a Fizz Def Rotom. It can't not be. Otherwise, that's a silly brink here. But also, I do have the freest switching in the world to Luca right now. On what could potentially just be a knockoff. But also I can just start spamming Meteor Mash. And potentially just win if I get another attack boost. Is it time? I don't know if it's time or not. The safe play is just to go Luca. Not Luca. It's just to go to Cryo. It's just to go to Cryo. I don't mind that. I do not mind that. I'd rather not get willowed on Jirachi. Yeah, click an Ice Beam. Tink's going to come in and take rocks plus an Ice Beam, which it's not really going to take. Oh, big damage on this is huge. Big damage on this is huge. Bastard. Alright. I mean, do I not just, like, net win off of that? Are you trying to lower me for bundle? I'm clicking recover here. Yeah. Alright. I don't mind that. It does allow him to get into his Ogerpon for free, which I don't really want to give a free switch to. But if he's smart, he goes Tink and clicks Sword Dance again. Ogerpon. No, okay. So this is a free Tera turn for Ogerpon. Right. Question is, right, so it's not boots. Question is, if this thing just clicks Sword Dance right here, I lose. So I'm just going to stay in and attack it. Because I can't risk it. It'll die to an Ice Beam. And if it decides to hit me with, like, if it tries to go for Sword Dance here... Yeah, fuck you! No, unless it's Jirachi. Unless it's Jirachi. It is Jirachi, okay. Do I just lose to this now? Depends on the set. I am Fizdef Iron Hands. No, I don't think I can win from here. I think it's over. I've got nothing. Yeah, there was nothing I could have done, really. If it's Power Whip, I've got to hope for a Power Witness. It's not going to be Power Whip, though. It's going to be Cudgel. There's the speed boost. Alright. That's not good. I need to do calcs now. I need to do calcs! The good news, I live an Ivy Cudgel with my Iron Hands. I also live a Play Rough. Problem is, might not kill it back. What about on Luca? Luca might not live from where she's at. She's at 204. I think I'm gonna chance it. I gotta chance it. Yeah, I should live the Play Rough? Yeah, Play Rough I'm just out of range of. Knockoff might kill me. No, Knockoff won't kill me. So as long as I don't miss the Axle, I think I'm actually okay. Depending on what its final move here is. At +2, unless it uses U-turn here, which is actually good for me, because getting rid of that Swords Dance is very nice. I don't think I die to this, depending on the set. Okay. It might put it out of range now. I think it's out of range. One. There's two. Yeah, it's out of range. Hit all three. Good news, can't get all its health back. Can't kill Iron Hands. So no matter what it uses on Iron Hands now, it's not going to be in range. Yeah, it's not going to be in range. So Hands can come in, take a hit from this. And my Drain Punch should be doing around half. Alright. I've got to click the Ice Punch on this because it's going to recover probably enough to get it out of the range. So yeah. I absolutely live this hit, but it will recover like 38% min, which will put it out of range of my Drain Punch, so I've got to click Ice Punch here. Yeah. Oh god, it does so much fucking damage. It might live this, and I'm scared. Alright, that thing's out of my way at least. Going Serena first was the right call because it forced it low enough that it couldn't heal itself out of my Ice Punch range. No, I'll live a hit from Hawlucha. Depending on like if it's banded or something. Yeah, Hawlucha can't kill me from the HP I'm at, if it's adamant. And the other mons left are the Rotom, which is a bit of a massive fucking problem to be honest, but I can't hit this thing with Iron Hands really. So it's gonna burn something here. I think I just gotta scrap. With something. Something has to scrap, because that Tinkaton, not Tinkaton, the Iron Bundle, it's just going to win if I'm not careful. might be able to just beat this thing 1v1 if it misses Willow. I might just be able to just ice punch it down, and if I do, that opens the path to Jirachi victory. So I think I'll just scrap. I can hit Willow, that's fine. In fact, no, I've just figured out the other path to victory. Scrap this as much as I can. I think I can Healing Wish win. Can I Healing Wish win here? Yeah, click it again. Okay. Gain a tiny chip. Nice. Just gonna go for it again. Shouldn't kill me from here from what I've got. But I'm putting it in Jirachi range at this point. Okay, I did this. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. That's fine. Rotom's down. Alright, Rotom's down. So is Iron Hussy. Rotom was a big problem. So my Annihilate lives a Hydro Pump. In fact, Annihilate comes in and claims a kill. Annihilate scraps with whatever comes in here, because it's Tera Ghost. Iron Bundle comes in. I live a hit from Boots Bundle. Yeah, because the max of Boots Bundle, even if it's modest, is 192. I'm on 218. So my Rage Fist is currently at 100. My Drain Punch will recover me enough that I can then spam powerful moves. Okay. How do I do this? 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 Do I recover enough with Drain Punch to get me out of the range? I don't think I do. I don't think Drain Punch heals me enough. Rage Fist can kill, so I'm going to click it. Hydro. Doesn't kill. I get to Rage Fist. Yeah, that kills. Half. Now, depending on what the Hawlucha is, it's got to fling against one of us. Right, it's got to fling against one of us. If it doesn't fling here, my Jirachi outspeeds it. Acrobatics. Okay. So it's saving its fling. Ironhead should, after Stealth Rocks, be a 2-hit KO. I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Come on, Hanabi. Come on, Hanabi. Come on, sweetheart. I fucking believe in you. Hanabi, can you Ironhead for victory? Hanabi, 60% chance. All you gotta do here is hit this freaking move. Come on. All you gotta do. Hit this flinch for me, baby. Come on, sweetheart. Ironhead. Let's come back. We live, we live. We live. We get the win, baby. Hanabi. Hanabi, you monster. You win the game for me. Oh, my God. Ugh, get in. Ugh, get the fuck in. Baby! Woo! I needed that! Fucking Draft League City! Who needs Draft League City, eh? Who needs it? Who needs it? I don't fucking need it! Woo! Oh, God. You know, I've come off the back of some pretty diabolical, despicable loss streaks recently. And I really, really needed a win that felt like I earned it and had to fucking fight for it. I did not expect to be able to get anything out of that game, and yet we've somehow come out of that with the closest 1-0 victory. Woo! I'm so pumped. Yes! Get in! GG, Aster. Fantastic game. There are a couple of different things that could have gone slightly differently for each of us. That Ogerpon was a menace. That thing was a menace. I literally went full Fizz Def on Iron Hands, and the most specific Iron Hands to live some hits possible. Holy fuck. But that's going to be the game. That's a 1-0 win for the Solihul Skarmoors. That puts our record at 1-1. I'll show you the table at the end of at the beginning of next week. But yeah, that puts us right back in the mix. For week 2, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yes, get in. Oh, woo! Get in. Hanabi, I fucking love you.